That was my fault. I should have just taken the damage and move on, because now we're in a tower trade situation, and I could have kept my tower. Ooh, that Mighty Miner is going to do a lot of damage. The Mighty Miner! He forgot about the Mighty Miner! Oh, wait a minute! Wait a minute! There are so many decks inside of Clash Royale that require such a high degree of skill in order to play them well. And this deck right here is not one of those decks. Royal Recruit Spam has to be one of the lowest learning curve, easiest to use decks in all of Clash Royale. And I am not exaggerating when I say this deck plays itself. Split recruits at the back, split your Goblin Gang, dual lane pressure, and just watch your opponent get overwhelmed. Especially at mid-ladder and the lower leagues of Ultimate Champion, this deck is so OP. And I know you might think I'm just yapping, but I promise this deck cooks. So if you don't believe me, come along for the ride and I will show you why this deck is so easy to use. Alright, into our first match of the video, rocking this minimal skill spam deck. Like I said in the intro, this deck kind of plays itself, and so if you're stuck at mid ladder, like upper mid ladder, like this deck cooks. So my man just went Lava Hound first play, which is like kind of crazy. So we're gonna split recruits and see if we can just like force out a lot of elixir on defense and go from there. One thing I don't want to do, absolutely, is give him spell value. So we're going to go like this. Hopefully he can't hit recruits and the Dark Goblin. If he plays something on the Dark Goblin, which he eventually will, we're going to protect it. And if he plays something on that, we can go for a Firecracker. And we should be able to survive this Lava Hound like no problem. Nice. Alright, pretty good. I'm going to go for a defensive Skeleton Barrel. And wow, my Dark Goblin lived that entire interaction. I'm actually going to pressure with the Mighty Miner here. And I want to force out some additional elixir from him. He doesn't have like a lot of ground cards in hand because he used his Barbarian. So, oh my gosh. Yeah, nice. We forced out the arrows. That is huge. So we just figured out in that initial interaction that his best responses to my Dark Goblin and my Firecracker are arrows and Miner. So as long as we keep that in mind and we defend properly, we should be okay. Alright, we're going to go ahead and drop recruits at the back. I really like this variant that has the Evo Dark Goblin and the Firecracker. It's like two of the most annoying cards because it's like if they have arrows, they can't get rid of both of those. Like, and plus they might arrows the wall breakers or a lot of other things. So you want to be as annoying as possible with these cards. So like I'm going to be annoying again. I would love to force out arrows here or maybe guards or something like that. I'll go arrows onto this. That's good arrows value. And look at how much value our Firecracker is getting because he didn't have arrows in cycle. Okay, I thought he was going to go Miner. He actually doesn't. We're going to go Skeleton Barrel to protect our Firecracker. And look how annoying it is. Like, dude, I can't even imagine being a Lava Hound player. He's going to go arrows, but we're going to go in because the Dagger Duchess is low on daggers. Might force out guards or something. Nice. And I think that might still connect. Oh, dude, this is so satisfying. As someone who isn't a fan of Royal Recruits, I like this. All right, if he goes Lava, we're going to go in. Okay, let's see. I feel like he's going to go Lava. We're going to do this. Maybe we can time it. Ooh, that timing was great. Because now he has to defend this and he can't super support his Lava. And we're setting up to take both towers, possibly. So we're going to go like this. Firecracker is going to splash on the right, which is ridiculous. And we're going to put a Dark Goblin early to hopefully get back to another one. That should almost damn near take the tower. We're going to try and protect our Dark Goblin. And even if this tower falls, we're in a really good situation for a two-tower game. That was supposed to be arrows. That was a misclick by me. But now we're going to arrows onto everything, and we should be fine on defense. So, two no-skill Jedis going at it right now between Lava Hound and my spam deck. I'm going to go like this, and it'll tank for these flying machines. We can go Dark Goblin, and we're not going to lose our tower because those flying machines are going to get poisoned, and Lava Hound doesn't do enough. So, really easy game against Lava Hound. I really wasn't threatened pretty much the entire time, so that's a very straightforward matchup. So we're going to hold that W. Great first match. We'll see you in the next one. All right, next match here. That last game was really satisfying. Like, I didn't have to do too much, but to be honest, we actually had a lot of answers to Lava Hound. All right, once again, going up against Dagger Duchess. I feel like Dagger Duchess is like, I don't want to say making her way back into the meta, but she's definitely becoming more meta. You actually don't have to respond to wall breakers, so I can kind of just ignore those, which is nice. He goes Archer Queen. I'm going to go early Firecracker. Maybe get him to pop the ability or something. Or he goes Mighty Miner on it, so we're going to go arrows to keep it alive. Oh, and this should target onto the Mighty Miner. Ooh, we're going to eat a lot of damage here. Rip. Yeah, that was unfortunate. That was totally my fault, to be completely honest. So we're going to let this go. Once this shoots, now we're going to go wall breakers. And maybe we can get something here. He might just play a spell. But he still needs to play something on the Mighty Miner. Oh, let's pull the Prince back. Nice, and we pulled the Prince back. That's going to probably take his entire tower. I am not even joking. Oh my gosh, that play was so smart. Nice. See, that was a good job by me, like not panicking in that situation, knowing that maybe we were going to be okay, that my opponent overextended and we took his entire tower. So Mighty Miner isn't even a win condition, but apparently today it's a win con. So now I'm in a position where, like, you know, there's a good chance that I lose my tower, but even if I lose my tower, ooh, really good miner. I was going to say we can probably take their tower, but I don't want to give it to him for free. So we're going to go Skeleton Barrel. It's going to tank for the recruits, and the barrel's going to end up getting popped anyway. Firecracker here for these bats. I was actually trying to snipe the queen, but it's also going to take care of the bats. Cool. Queen's going to do a great job on defense. I'm not even going to cap, but we are going to get some damage onto the tower, so not great. I mean, that miner really caught me off guard with the wall breakers, but we're setting ourselves where, like, he still has to spend on that left side, ideally, and then hopefully we're going to be able to take his tower on the right. Alright, I'm going to cycle a Mighty Miner. I want to get my 3-card cycle going. I'm going to be ready for Miner wall breakers. Again, I don't want to give him my tower for free. I want him to have to spend as much as possible. Okay. He does drop the Mega Knight in the back. I wasn't ready for him to have a Mega Knight, but it's not that big of a deal. Let's get ready to park the bus here. Nice. Good goblins by him. I'm going to do this because now it's going to retarget onto the Mega Knight, and essentially it's going to shred that whole thing. Even with the arrows, that whole thing gets shredded. Those are pretty bad arrows too, because now it's going to be awkward for him to defend this. And even more important than it being awkward is he's not going to be able to really spend on offense here. So we can go recruits like this. We're going to go low Dark Goblin because he wants to spell the left side. Alright, like he still needs to get damage over there. So we're going to kind of cut off this lane for him. Make it so he can't really go in. And that Archer Queen's going to die, so we're going to apply pressure. So even if he takes our tower here, we're going to hopefully take their tower in retaliation. At least that's the goal here. Okay, we're pressuring a 3-crown right now. Let's do this. Pressure the 3-crown. Because that won't take my tower in time, I don't think. Yeah, okay. I figured. It kind of felt like a checkmate scenario. So crazy 3-crown there. Really well played to us. We're going to hold it. I'll see you in the next match. In our next game here. Hoping that we don't play a tough matchup. I know off the dome, like just thinking of things that would be hard. I think that Royal Hog Cycle deck would be pretty hard. This is the 3rd game in a row against Dagger Duchess. I think that matchup would be hard. Maybe like Golem could be difficult, but I think we do good against most meta decks. That's why this is, I would say, somewhat a popular deck. All right, we're going to take this Elixir advantage and just press. Just going to take what we get. I don't expect too much. I think he's running... I think I made a video on this deck. Yeah, it's like Rune Giant spam is kind of what I called it. It's like Rune Giant, and then everything in this deck synergizes with the Rune Giant. So I made a YouTube video on this deck, so at least I know what's coming. If we're crazy, we can activate King Tower off of this, I think. Never mind, we're not going to do that. This deck does run arrows, though, if I remember. Or at least he might be doing Zap Rage, so I need to be careful. Holy moly, that thing is still amped up. Oh my gosh, this deck is so annoying to play against. I think this is one of the most broken decks in the entire meta right now. Great King Tower activation by my opponent. He might even go in here, dude. He might just play something in front. I'm going to try and get King Tower activated. I don't know if I can do it with wall breakers. Nah, we missed. It's all good. So it's like Rune Giant, Inferno Dragon, Berserker, Ewiz, Inferno Dragon. Like a bunch of cards that synergize with the Rune Giant. So this is going to be challenging, no doubt. So I'm going to set up a defense here because he might go Rune Giant in front. Okay, he goes Rune Giant behind. So I'm going to watch out for a Magic Archer lineup. We might just want to take a tower trade in the situation that we're in because I don't know how much value we're really going to get out of this anyway. We'll see. I'm going to do this. Maybe we can force out something. Save us, save us, save us, save us. Nah. That Lumberjack is going to eat us up. Look at this. This Lumberjack is going to destroy this push. Yeah, this is all cooked. Yeah, that was so much damage too, man. Him having Dagger Duchess is like, I don't know, not great. All right, let's set up a Skeleton Barrel here. I will go defensive wall breakers again just to keep that Magic Archer off of my tower. No towers for free here. We're going to set up 4 Royal Recruits on this side. And we're going to Mighty Miner early and then pop the ability, I think. Yeah, I can't really do much about that. That's just dead. The Marcher. Maybe he messed up the lineup. We'll see. Actually, the lineup kind of did get messed up, which is awesome for us. Maybe we can steal this game back. Not sure. It'll be really hard for us to stop Ram Riders. Especially if they're charged up. Okay, I have to be aggressive here. Yeah, I was going to say my man's just going to spell cycle me. Maybe we steal it. He's probably just going to park the bus. Some arrows here. No, I need that Marcher dead. Maybe a chance. I think he just goes for the spell, or we steal this game. That's going to be GG's. We stole that match. Let's go. Did we play it perfectly? No. Did we edge out a win with the no-skill deck? Yes. So I'm going to keep it in there. We'll see you in the next match. That last match was so satisfying. Like, anytime a match is close like that, and I felt like we were kind of getting bullied the entire time when we edged out a win. It was cool. Especially in a matchup that I wouldn't consider to be great. Like, that Rune Giant deck is probably one of the best 3 decks in the meta. I mean, I see it on Royal API. It's really good. So it just feels good to get a win under our belt. Okay. Don't have my Mighty Miner in cycle, so I'm going to be... I don't know, this might be an awkward defense. I'm going to have arrows ready for bats. Okay, he just goes for a queen. Makes a lot of sense. Okay, Mighty Miner is my last card in cycle, unfortunately, so this is going to be a really awkward defense. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and activate King Towers. We're going to go Wall Breakers like this, and then a low Dark Goblin. And this should pull it to King. I think we get a King Tower activation. I'll pop this ability, and the Queen will get mostly taken care of. And that's a pretty good defense, considering I didn't have my Mighty Miner in cycle, so points for creativity on that defense. He's just going to zap here, but I think this will make it so I don't have to respond to the Bandit. Also, if you don't have Dagger Duchess, you can definitely run this deck with Princess, and it's fine. I think Dagger Duchess just synergizes very well with the deck. Okay, so Mighty Miner, Archer Queen. This deck is really popular too. I think they usually rock it with Prince. Alright, let's go Skeleton Barrel in the back. I like playing it in the back because sometimes your opponent doesn't like immediately have something to cycle into it. And it can be awkward. I'm going to go Firecracker here. And then Wall Breakers because he probably wants to pop like a Mega Knight. Or he actually missed with the arrows. So let's continue to spam him here. And if he goes Mega Knight, I don't care. I don't think he can afford it right away. Okay, we need to be careful. Yeah, this is what I was saying. We gotta be careful. Because this is gonna push back the Mighty Miner, so that's why we need the gang down. King Tower activation is doing its best, but we can only do so much. Yeah. Well played to him. In hindsight, that was probably a bad play. Like, I knew he had Mega Knight, but I just gave him so much value there. Part of me thought he wasn't gonna be able to afford it right away, but he was, so. Well played to my opponent. I'm not gonna pop the ability because I wanna go same lane in this matchup. I can ignore those Wall Breakers. Let's go Wall Breakers early. You should have to arrows this. Yeah, nice. That's fine with me. Let's go Royal Recruits here. Okay, we're setting up for a good push. Archer Queen here is going to do good DPS onto all of that, but we're still going to have a nice counter push. Let's go gang in the middle. Again, not giving him too much value in a single lane with a single spell or anything like that. Okay, let's kite this over. Oh, Dagger Duchess, how you failed me. Okay. Let's go ahead and go like this. And I think he's going to Mega Knight, so we're going to gang over here. Nice, yeah, there's the Mega Knight. Pretty good. It got poisoned as well, so he kind of has to go for these awkward defensive Wall Breakers. That's good damage. I'll take that. I'm going to go high Wall Breakers. And we're going to go like this. And now that Bandit's going to get pulled over. Whew! Some kind of technical defenses. Kind of getting scary. I'm going to pop this ability. I might as well. And just this to force out something. That is something. This is going to be an awkward push. Let's kind of pull everything to the middle. I want it out of this lane. And let's go Wall Breakers here. Or sorry, not Wall Breakers. Recruits are going to eat all of this up. Goblin Gang just to make sure these Wall Breakers don't connect to my tower even with the zap. I'm just getting bullied by this Mega Knight, man. Pros and cons of running Dagger Duchess. You can see in matchups like this, it's like, okay, I actually wish I had something different. Alright, let's just take a breather here. Skeleton Barrel. Reset. Okay. Nice. He's definitely going to pop a Mega Knight in front of that. That's like their favorite play. They love that play. They just really gets them going usually. Wow, he didn't actually do it. I'm surprised. Alright. Color me impressed. He done turned a new leaf. He might pre-arrows this, so I need to have my arrows ready. I actually don't need to play it in that situation. We're going to apply pressure as well. I kind of want to bait out Elixir on this lane, so I can actually pressure the opposite lane. Let's go Dark Goblin. If he pops the ability, the Dark Goblin will run away, which is nice. Nice. All of this is getting poisoned. Mega Knight not in the lane that he wants. Let's go like this, high. Recruits. He used arrows, so we can get our Firecracker down, and we could even get our Dark Goblin down. Let's spam him here. Okay. We have good dual lane pressure down. Dark Goblin, I need you to live, and he does. That right side looks pretty juicy right now. Nice, he has to spend something. He has nothing to spend. He goes last second arrows. Let's go like this. Got gang to protect here. Mighty Miner popped the bomb. High wall breakers. No way. Good game. I kind of flubbed it at the end, but that was such a good match, so I'm going to keep it in there. GG's to that guy. He played well. Really fun matchup against a meta deck. We're going to hold that L. I'll see you in the next game. All right. Up here against this player. Really wanted to win that last game, but I mean, that's probably, not probably, that is another really good meta deck. I'd probably put that one in the top 5, so really satisfying. So many people are running Dagger Duchess. It's crazy, man. It makes me feel like she got like a secret buff overnight or something like that. We're going to go Skeleton Barrel because what it does is it eats a lot of those daggers, and then the supporting troops get a lot of value. So you can see that actually forced out a Lumberjack from them, which is like pretty nice for us. I'm going to use this as an excuse to cycle my Royal recruits. And I don't really want to spend anything else. I kind of just wanted to use it to cycle to get to my Evo 1. So I'm just going to let this go. I don't really want to overcommit in this situation because I don't expect anything from this push. I just wanted to, you know, cycle. All right, I'm going to cycle a Firecracker into this. I expect him to play a spell on it. But then we can get value out of our Dark Goblin. If he chooses to spell it. If not, it just gets a ton of value. So, yeah, there's a spell of sorts. We're going to go for a low gang here. I don't need to play anything else on it. He goes for arrows. We still got answers, so it's all good. Alright, I'm going to go Mighty Miner down low. I don't really know what he's running from the cards I've seen. Night Witch usually means some sort of beatdown, but the deck itself seems very unorthodox. Dark Goblin like this. Could play a spell on it. He could not. We'll see. I hope that doesn't cross. Ooh, wow. And it's actually fine with me because he's going to have to spend more here. Ooh, he's going to have to spend more. Hopefully he overspends on this. And then we can go for recruits here. Nah, he just eats it. That was the right decision by him, I think. Let's go Wall Breakers to maybe force out a response. This will blow up on the Night Witch, I think. Yeah, I was going to say he needs to play something. Now we can get a good Firecracker off. And if he plays arrows, we have so much other spam. So this is great for us. Yep, don't want to push on that side. That side is pretty much dead, so now we want to push on this side. And now he has to spend. We can get a good Dark Goblin off. We're just, like, playing around this guy so well. It's actually so satisfying, I'm not even going to lie. Wow, that was, like, beautiful. No self-glaze. We're going to go Mighty Miner to kite this away. And you'll see it'll just kite the Evo Lumberjack. You don't even have to worry about it. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to go like this. It'll eat all of the daggers, hopefully, and then maybe Mighty Miner can do some damage onto the Golem or something. Hopefully something. Okay, I wish I had my Evo Dark Goblin in cycle, but unfortunately I do not. We're actually going to go for a defensive Skelly Barrel here. And then we're going to get good arrows onto everything, and this is all just going to die relatively fast. This is such a weird Golem deck. I really don't understand it. It's really bad. Like, his spells are just really, really weird. But nonetheless, we diagnosed his deck early on, and we kind of just dissected him. So really, really easy game. He really barely touched our tower. Just goes to show how dominant this deck can be when you play it correctly. So hold that W. I'll see you in the next match. Next game, up here against Sharing. 5 of the 6 games, I think, if I'm counting correctly, have been against Dagger Duchess. It's actually crazy. And joy, oh joy, we get to go against the Lava Hound first play. I don't know why that makes me. It just makes me so angry. It almost feels like it's disrespectful. I know it's not, but I cannot tell you how irrationally angry that makes me. We're going to go like this just to make sure we don't give him value. Then we're going to react to whatever his plays are. Let's go like this. Maybe sneak some wall breakers onto the tower. Need to be mindful of like any spells he plays here. So I'm going to go Mighty Miner. Yeah, that is why we went Mighty Miner. Perfectly timed on that bomb as well. Nice. Okay, let's support this. Oh, we are in trouble. Okay, let's go, gang. Yeah, I wasn't expecting him to press with that. That was my fault. I should have just taken the damage and move on, because now we're in a tower trade situation, and I could have kept my tower. Oh, that Mighty Miner is going to do a lot of damage. The Mighty Miner! He forgot about the Mighty Miner! Oh, wait a minute! Wait a minute! Okay, we could still lose this, though. That's what's crazy, because we're playing against freaking Lava Hound. Nice. Yeah. I think in hindsight, though, even though that did work out well for us, I should have just defended. I didn't need to press that situation, but nonetheless, that's what we decided to do. We're going to go Evo Recruits here. And then next card will be Dark Goblin or Firecracker. Try and snipe down this card. Let's go Firecracker early. And then I'll probably go Dark Goblin to the side to snipe this Baby Dragon. And he kind of has to pick and choose, right? What does he want to play his spell on? Dark Goblin live. Huge Dark Goblin. Oh my gosh, this Dark Goblin's getting so much value. Nice. And now we're kind of in the point where he can't not defend very much. Great wall breaker kite. And my man, my no-skill Lava Hound player, I hate to break it to you, man, but this match is over. Honestly, that was so satisfying. I'm going to hold that W. We'll see you in our last match. Let's go, baby. All right, into our last match of the video. Honestly, this deck has been so much fun. It makes me want to play decks like this. And once again, we're playing against Dagger Duchess. Yeah, it's good. If you made it this far, shout outs to you. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you engaging in the content. Thank you. Just trying to make videos that are relevant and enjoyable to everyone. So if you're here, if you're supporting, it's really, really thank you so much. We're going to try and end this video on a Dubski for you. Looks like we're going to be up here against Goblin Giant. Haven't seen a ton of Goblin Giant, especially since, you know, nerfs that the Evo got. We're going to do this because it's going to keep my Mighty Miner alive somewhat. I'm dead. Probably. Oh, Sheila, my Sheila. Oh, yeah, that was bad. Okay, let's do this. I don't know, man. I feel like he spent a lot, and I want to get some reparations here. We're not going to get any reparations, are we? Oh, damn, dude. Why does it feel like he has so much elixir? It's crazy. All right, well, we're going to try and bring it back. I don't know about this matchup. I mean, from the looks of things, it didn't look good. Like, I'm trying to think of what I did explicitly wrong on that defense. Like, I blocked the Prince. I went for the Mighty Miner. Just not great. All right, we're going to see if we can bring it back, though. I think the main thing that I want to do is not cycle my Mighty Miner. But I don't have great answers for either Prince. Like, I feel like Prince eats my deck very, very much. All right, let's go Firecracker early. We know he has arrows. Maybe he'll arrows it. I think recruits are going to be like my saving grace in a lot of these situations. Like, yes, instead of gang going for recruits here, I think is like a better play. Because it does better against like his spam. You know what I mean? But even then, dude, we just got dismantled. That's so crazy. I think it's because the Bomber is like such a cheap card and it does so well on defense. Like Bomber and Guards. Guards are spell resistant. We'll see. At least we survived the Evo Goblin Giant. That much is nice. I'm going to go Skelly Barrel. Then I'll go Firecracker. I'm fine if he arrows it. If he's arrowsing this, then he's not arrowsing on defense. So at the end of the day, that's probably an okay thing. Recruits early. Low Mighty Miner. And there's that Bomber, dude. Just getting so much value for this man. Makes so much sense. Let's go like this. Got a lot of damage. No, the Phoenix Egg, the Phoenix Egg, the Phoenix Egg. Okay, we're cooked. Defensive Skelly Barrel. Oh my gosh, how are we alive? On today's episode of I Shouldn't Be Alive right now. Oh, I'm so dead. Can't do anything against this, I feel like. Maybe. Want him to feel like he has to go arrows defensively. Maybe we can get the guards here. Oh my gosh. Dude, we're crazy. I cannot believe we stole that game. We were getting bopped the whole time. What a great way to end the video. We're going to hold that. I'll see you in the outro. Let's go. And that's going to do it for today's video. This is the deck one more time in case you want to try it for yourself. Take a screenshot or I'll put the link to this deck in the YouTube description. So give it a try. Honestly, the learning curve is not steep. It is so easy to learn how to play this deck. Obviously, I didn't play it to the utmost of its potential, but it's a really good deck. It's really strong. And if you're just tired of the same mundane decks, give this one a try. You know, spam, I feel like, is very cathartic. A lot of the games that I played today was like, oh, wow, I didn't have to work that hard to get a win. So anyways, that's the type of deck that we were playing for today's video. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate you watching me and engaging with my content. Thank you. And I really hope to see you in another video real soon. Peace out.